Do you have a list of important things to do today? Yes? Then why are you watching this YouTube video right now? Don't worry, it is okay. You are not alone. In fact, millions of people around the world are doing the exact same thing right now. They have work, but they are watching videos.
Oh, absolutely. For example, I was supposed to clean my kitchen 2 hours ago. My sink is full of dirty dishes. There are plates, cups, and spoons everywhere. But instead of cleaning, I am here, sitting in this chair and talking to you. Welcome to the club. Today we are talking about a very common problem. We are talking about procrastination.
Procrastination is a very big word, but it means a very simple thing. It means putting things off for later. It means you have a task today, but you say, I will do it tomorrow. Today, James and I want to talk about why we do this. We want to look at this problem deeply. And no, it is not because you are lazy. We will share some simple psychology, real stories from our lives, and easy tips that you can use today.
And the best part? We will speak in easy English, perfect for your daily practice. We will not use difficult academic words. We will use simple sentences so you can practice your listening skills. So, sit back, relax, forget about your stress, and let's stop procrastinating together.
Let's start with the basic ideas. You know, James, many people think that procrastination is a time problem. They think, I am bad at planning. I just need a better calendar, a new application on my phone, or a beautiful notebook. They spend hours choosing a notebook, but they never start the work. But psychology says something different.
Exactly, Emily. Procrastination is actually an emotional problem. It is not about time. It is about how we feel. Think about it. When we look at a difficult task, what happens? Our brain feels stress. We look at a long text we need to write, or a big room we need to clean, and we feel overwhelmed. And what does the human brain want to do when it feels stress? It wants to protect us. It wants us to be happy right now. It says, hey, looking at Instagram is safe and fun. Watching cat videos is safe. Let's do that instead of working on that big project.
Oh, that is so true. My brain does that every single week. Let me tell you a story from my life last week. I had to write a very long text in English for my job. I sat down at my desk, I opened my laptop, and I looked at the white screen. There were no words on the screen. Suddenly, I felt stressed. My brain looked around the room and said, Emily, look, the windows in your room are so dirty. Look at that dust. You must clean them right now. James, I usually hate cleaning my windows. I only clean them 2 times a year. But last week, they were perfect.
Wow, a clean house is the biggest symptom of procrastination. When people procrastinate, they clean their houses. But not me. I watch short videos on my phone or make another cup of coffee, just to avoid writing a difficult email to my boss. I don't want to write the email because it is stressful. Every time I go to the kitchen, my brain feels happy. We feel good for a short time when we do something else. But then the temporary relief goes away and the guilt comes.
Yes, the guilt is a terrible feeling. You sit on the sofa, you watch videos, but you cannot relax. Why? Because you are thinking about your work. You feel bad, you feel stressed, and you feel angry with yourself. And the worst part is that the task is still there. It is waiting for you. It did not disappear. It is a terrible circle, and it repeats every day.
But the good news is, when you understand your brain, you can control it. You don't need to be a perfect robot. You just need to change how you start.
That is a perfect moment to stop and look at 4 important words we just used. They are very useful for your English. Let's study them together. Word number 1 is the verb, to procrastinate. It means to delay doing something that you must do, usually because it is boring or difficult. For example, I always procrastinate when I have to do my homework. Word number 2 is a phrasal verb, to put something off. This means to change the time of something to a later date or to delay an action. For example, don't put off your English practice until tomorrow. Do it now. Word number 3 is an adjective, overwhelmed. This means feeling like you have too much work or too many problems, and you cannot cope with it. For example, I have 3 big exams next week. I feel so overwhelmed. Word number 4 is a noun, guilt. This is the bad feeling you get when you think you did something wrong or wasted your time. For example, he felt a lot of guilt because he wasted the whole day on video games.
These are great words. Practice saying them aloud. Now, let's go back to our conversation and talk about how to fix this problem.
Okay, James, let's give our viewers some real practical tools. We understand the psychology now, but how can we stop this monster in daily life? What is your favorite method?
My favorite method is very famous and it is very simple. It is called the 5-minute rule. When I have a big, scary task, I don't think about the whole task. I tell myself, James, you only have to work on this for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Put on a timer. After 5 minutes, if you hate it, you can stop and close your laptop.
That sounds very easy. But tell me the truth, James. Do you actually stop after 5 minutes?
Almost never. And that is the secret trick of the rule. The hardest part of any job is always just opening the laptop, picking up the pen, or sitting at the desk. When you sit down and start, your brain realizes that the task is not killing you. The stress goes away. Your brain is not afraid anymore, and you just naturally continue working for 1 or 2 hours.
That is a brilliant rule. I use a similar method, and it is also based on a timer. It is called the Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro means tomato in Italian because the inventor used a tomato kitchen timer. The rule is simple. You work with total focus for 25 minutes. No phone, no television, no talking. When the 25 minutes are finished, you have a 5-minute break. During the break, you can check your messages or stretch. Then you work for another 25 minutes. It helps me because I know a break is coming soon. I don't feel trapped in endless work.
Yes, the Pomodoro technique is fantastic for students. But we must give a warning to our viewers. You must be very careful with the 5-minute break. Sometimes, a 5-minute break can turn into a 2-hour break if you open a social media app.
Oh, that is so true. I am definitely guilty of that. I open an app to check one message, and suddenly 1 hour is gone. That is why another great tip is to clear your workspace before you begin. For example, when I need to study or work, I take my phone and I put it in another room. If my phone is on my desk, my hand will pick it up automatically. I don't even think about it. My hand just moves. I also close all extra tabs on my computer internet browser. If you cannot see the distraction, your brain forgets about it easily.
That is a very important point, Emily. Out of sight, out of mind. And my final tip for this part is, please be kind to yourself. Many people waste a morning and then they spend the whole afternoon feeling angry and depressed. They say, I am a bad person. I am lazy. This negative thinking creates more stress, and more stress creates more procrastination. Forgive yourself for wasting time in the morning and start fresh right now. The past is gone. Let's check 4 more useful words from this part of our conversation. They will help you describe your productivity habits. Word number 5 is the noun, distraction. A distraction is something that takes your attention away from what you are doing. For example, Turn off the TV. It is a big distraction when you study. Word number 6 is the verb to avoid. This means to stay away from someone or something, or to stop something from happening. For example, she walks to work every morning to avoid the busy bus. Word number 7 is the phrase temporary relief. This means a good or relaxed feeling that lasts only for a short time before the problem returns. For example, eating a bar of chocolate gave her temporary relief from her bad mood. Word number 8 is the verb to postpone. This is very similar to the phrasal verb put off. It means to decide that something will happen at a later time than planned. For example, we had to postpone our meeting because the teacher was sick.
Excellent. Now it is time for our favorite part of the video. Let's practice speaking together. I'm going to say 3 real-life phrases about procrastination and work. I want you to repeat them after me, out loud. Don't be afraid. Speak clearly. I will leave a short pause for you. Ready? Let's go. Phrase number 1. I need to stop putting things off.
Phrase number 2. I feel overwhelmed by this project.
And the last one, a very natural everyday phrase. Phrase number 3. Let's clear all distractions and start. Perfect. You sound amazing.
Now let's do a short review of what we discussed today. What did we learn? First, remember that procrastination is completely normal. It is a human reaction to stress. It is just your brain looking for immediate comfort. Second, you can fight this habit easily. You can use the 5-minute rule, try the Pomodoro technique, put your phone in another room, and always be kind to yourself.
Exactly, James. And remember, don't try to change your whole life in one day. That is too difficult, and you will feel overwhelmed again. Just choose one small task today. For example, read 1 page of a book in English or review 5 new vocabulary words. Try to work on it for just 5 minutes using James's rule and see what happens. We believe in you and your English journey.
You know, Emily, now that we've finished the basic rules, I want to discuss another side of procrastination. Many people tell me, James, I only procrastinate when a task is boring, like cleaning or doing grammar exercises. But I think we also procrastinate on things we actually love. For example, writing a book, starting a YouTube channel, or practicing a hobby. Why do you think we do that?
Oh, that is a very deep question, James. I think it is because of the fear of failure. When a task is very important to us, we want it to be perfect. We feel a lot of pressure. For example, if a student wants to practice English conversation, they might say, I will start talking when my grammar is perfect. But perfection is impossible. So they postpone their practice for months or years. They are afraid of making mistakes. I think we need to change our mindset. Mistakes are not bad things. Mistakes are evidence that you are trying. When a child learns to walk, they fall down 100 times. The parents don't look at the child and say, wow, you are so lazy, you failed again. No, they clap their hands and help the child stand up. We need to treat ourselves like that child. If you speak English and make a mistake with a preposition, it is okay. You are learning.
That is a wonderful analogy, Emily. We need to enjoy the process of learning, not just focus on the final result.
Yes, one step at a time.
Emily, let's talk about environment. Do you think the place where we work changes how much we procrastinate?
Oh, absolutely. The environment is everything. For example, if I try to work on my bed, I will fall asleep or look at my phone within 10 minutes. My brain knows that my bed is a place for sleeping and relaxing. It is not a place for work. I have to create a separate space, like a specific chair at a table, or go to a quiet library or a coffee shop. When I sit in that specific place, my brain enters work mode.
I agree completely. I have a rule. My desk is only for work. If I want to play a game on my phone or look at social media, I must stand up and walk to the sofa. I never do entertainment at my desk. This creates a strong habit in your brain. It separates your life and reduces your distractions.
Wow, James, that is a very disciplined rule. I think our viewers should try that. It is a very easy way to train your brain without using a lot of energy.
Another important factor is energy levels. Many people try to do their most difficult tasks at the end of the day when they are exhausted after work or school. Their energy is low, their brain is tired, and of course, they procrastinate. They say, I will do this tomorrow morning.
Yes, that is a classic mistake. We need to do our most important, most difficult task first thing in the morning, when our brain is fresh. In English literature, there's a famous expression for this. It is called eat the frog. It means if you have to eat a live frog, you should do it first thing in the morning, because nothing worse will happen to you for the rest of the day.
That is a funny image, eating a frog for breakfast. But the meaning is perfect. The frog is your most difficult task, like studying difficult English grammar or writing an essay. If you do it at 8 a.m., you feel fantastic for the rest of the day. You feel free, you feel happy, and you have zero guilt. Now we want to hear your stories. Please write your answer in the comments below this video. What is your biggest distraction when you try to study English? Is it your smartphone? Is it social media? And if you enjoyed this conversation, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and share this video with a friend who loves to procrastinate.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in our next lesson. Stay productive, stay happy, and keep speaking English.
Goodbye, guys. Have a wonderful frog-free day.